Speaking Part 1.
1. Can you describe the area where you live?
Answer. I reside in a vibrant urban neighborhood. That's a mix of old and new cities. The streets are lined with charming historical buildings, but there are also modern cafes and boutiques popping up. It's a lively area with a strong community vibe, and everything I need is within walking distance.
2. What do you like about your neighborhood?
Answer. What I appreciate most about my neighborhood is its unique character. The combination of historic architecture and contemporary amenities gives it a distinct charm. Additionally, the area is very pedestrian-friendly, with plenty of green spaces and local markets that make everyday life enjoyable.
3. Is there anything you would like to change about your neighborhood?
Answer. While I love living here, I do wish there were better public transport links. During peak hours, it can be a challenge to commute to other parts of the city, and adding more frequent services or alternative routes would significantly improve the convenience of living here.
4. What is your typical morning routine?
Answer. My mornings are quite structured. I usually start the day with a short meditation session to clear my mind, followed by a healthy breakfast. And then I spend about 20 minutes reviewing my tasks for the day, which helps me stay organized and focused.
5. Do you think breakfast is important?
Answer. Absolutely. I consider breakfast to be the most important meal of the day. It not only provides the necessary energy to kickstart my day, but also helps me maintain concentration and productivity throughout the morning.
6. How has your morning routine changed over the years?
Answer. My morning routine has become more disciplined over the years. In the past, I would often skip breakfast and rush out the door. But now I prioritize my mornings as a time for self-care and preparation, which has made a significant difference in my overall well-being.
Speaking Part 2. Describe an enjoyable journey by public transport.
One of the most enjoyable journeys I've used public transport was a train trip I took last summer. I went to Kyoto, a city known for its rich history and beautiful temples. I was traveling with two close friends, and we decided to take the scenic route by train instead of flying. The journey itself was a highlight. We boarded a high-speed Shinkansen from Tokyo, which was incredibly smooth and comfortable. The train passed through stunning landscapes, from urban sprawls to lush green fields and distant mountains. We spent most of the trip chatting, enjoying the scenery, and even indulging in some delicious bento boxes that we had bought at the station. When we arrived in Kyoto, we explored the city's historical sites, visited temples, and even took traditional tea ceremony. The journey was not just about getting from one place to another. It was about the experience of traveling itself. I felt a deep sense of relaxation and contentment as the train ride allowed us to unwind and appreciate the beauty of Japan's countryside. Overall, it was a memorable trip that reminded me of the joys of slow travel and the unique experiences that public transport can offer.
Speaking Part 3. 1. Why do people choose to travel by public transport? People often choose to travel by public transport because it is cost-effective and convenient. In many cities, public transport systems are well developed, allowing for easy access to different parts of the city. Additionally, Using public transport reduces the stress of driving, especially in congested areas. It's also environmentally friendly. It reduces the number of vehicles on the road, thereby lowering carbon emissions. 2. Why do more and more people like to travel by plane? Air travel has become increasingly popular because it is the fastest mode of transport for long distances. With the rise of low-cost airlines, more people can afford to fly, making it accessible to a wider audience. The convenience of reaching far-off destinations in just a few hours, combined with the global nature of our world today, has made air travel a preferred choice for many. 3. Do you think offering free public transport will solve traffic problems in the city? Offering free public transport could encourage more people to use buses and trains instead of driving, potentially reducing traffic congestion. However, it is not a complete solution. Cities would need to invest in expanding and maintaining their public transport infrastructure to handle the increased demand. Additionally, other measures like better urban planning and encouraging carpooling could also be necessary. 4. What are the disadvantages of traveling by public transport? One major disadvantage is the lack of flexibility. Public transport operates on fixed routes and schedules, which may not always align with an individual's needs. There can also be issues with overcrowded, especially during peak hours, leading to an uncomfortable experience. Furthermore, delays and cancellations can be quite frustrating for commuters relying on public transport to get to work or important appointments. 5. What do you think are the cheapest and most expensive means of transport? The cheapest means of transport is usually the bus or train, particularly in countries with subsidized public transport systems. On the other hand, the most expensive is likely to be air travel, especially when considering long-haul flights in business or first class. Private transport, like owning a car, can also be costly due to maintenance, fuel, and insurance expenses. 6. What are the difficulties that commuters face during rush hours? During rush hours, commuters often face overcrowded buses and trains, making the journey uncomfortable. Delays are more common due to the high volume of traffic, and the stress of trying to get to work on time can be overwhelming. In some cities, the infrastructure may struggle to cope with the demand, leading to frequent breakdowns or longer waiting times.